Welcome into the Michigan Football Report. I am your host, Drill Sergeant Yoder. My high and tight haircut, total mess up by me. Cut my own hair, big time move, but that's why I'm going skin tight on the hair. Let's get into a question for you guys to start the show. We've got a big news and rumors drop in today's show, so you're not going to want to end this show early, but I'm going to force you to. Answer this question: will Michigan beat Ohio State this year? 2019, 7-game losing streak. If you think yes, they will, you gotta like the video here on YouTube. We need to get to a few thousand likes because I know you guys think and know Michigan's gonna win. If you say no, hey, you're not cool with me anymore, okay? Stop watching the video altogether right now. So yes, like the video. No, stop watching. I'm going to go back and check the analytics. This is the honor system here, Michigan Football Honor System. Yes, like the video. No, stop watching. Let's get into some Michigan football injuries. I got some big updates for you. After we broke the story that the blog boys are still refusing to report because Detective Dave hasn't approved it yet, Andrew Stueber out for the season, may have some more injuries on the offensive line. John Runyan Jr., first team All-Big Ten in 2018 at left tackle, has tweaked his back, reportedly from other sources. I don't really have a great scoop on this one, but was able to confirm some of the details, that Lil John tweaked his back, has sat out of a few practices. Had Stueber not got injured, Runyan may have been held out for the opener against Middle Tennessee State just as precaution, but now with Stueber out and Jalen Mayfield taking the starting right tackle role, John Runyan questionable for the game one, although here on a Thursday I think he will be back. Ambry Thomas out, but back in practice as of Wednesday, folks. So Ambry Thomas, who has missed at least the month, at least the month of August so far, have told us this situation, this health scare that he's had with colitis, which is, ulcers of the colon, is that what we said it was? Only 185 pounds now, so he's lost 10, 15 pounds, needs to regain some weight, but was at practice on Wednesday, and the rumored timetable for him to return is to sit out the first 3 games and really the first 4 weeks, first Saturdays of the year, the 31st of August, the 7th of September, the 14th, which is a bye. Michigan randomly is a bye this year in the 3rd Saturday of the year because of how the calendar falls this year, with every major football team getting 2 bye weeks this year. He won't go on the road. He won't travel with the team when they travel to Camp Randall, Wisconsin, in a battle of potentially top 20 teams on the 21st of September. Will make his return against Rutgers at home. September 28th is what we are hearing now. These things can change if he's not, getting back to full health here in the next few weeks. Then maybe this gets extended, or medical miracle, he comes back earlier. But as of now, 9 days, 9 Donovan Peoples-Jones days, or they corrected me earlier. Donovan Peoples-Jones days out from the first season, 9 days out. We have some word on the status of Ambry Thomas. Speaking of DPJ, who's really been out for the most part since the bowl, right after the bowl game with an injury, missed all of spring practice, missed really all of the 7-on-7 drills the team did together throughout summer, didn't make the trip back in May to South Africa, reportedly because of his injury. I'm not going to speculate as an injury still. I think I know what it is, but his family, himself, the program has not announced it, and it's so speculative at this point that I'm not going to try and guess at what it is, although I think I do know what it is. So we're going to call it undisclosed, but hearing that he is probable for game one, for the opener against Middle Tennessee State. Did sit it out practice last week apparently, but has been working out with the team, with the first team offense. Should see him suit up against Middle Tennessee State, but if Michigan gets out to a 3-4 touchdown lead at some point, you might see most of the first string offense wrap things up a little earlier than you normally would for a home opener. But here is the maybe biggest story about Michigan football in the past 24, 36 hours is, I don't know why Jim Harbaugh is doing this. I think it's stupid, and I think it looks kind of weak and reactionary. So what happens is Michigan announces their team captains, right? Shea Patterson, the senior returning starting quarterback, is not named one of those captains, which is fine, guys. Plenty of quarterbacks aren't captains of the football team. Just because you're the quarterback doesn't mean you have to be the captain, but here are your captains. Khalil Hudson, Carlo Kemp, Ben Bredesen, a two-time captain, one of the very few two-time captains in Michigan football history. Those are the guys. I was a little surprised by Carlo Kemp, especially with that haircut, but have been told that he is quite the leader. But Shea Patterson's not one of them. Josh Metellus, who I named my #1 player in fall camp, he's not one of them either. Okay, big deal. Big deal. One year, Brady Hoke didn't even pick captains until after the season. Maybe it was Rich Rod. It was ridiculous, to say the least. Shea started all 13 games last year. He's going to start every game this year, barring injury. He has a chance to go down as an all-time great quarterback if he puts together a season like I expect in an offense that fits what his skill set is. But what Jim Harbaugh did, which is kind of a long build-up to this, right you see at the top, after all the Michigan State radio guys trashed Shea Patterson on the radio drive time on Wednesday, saying he must not be a leader and spent too much time on the golf course, all this BS that doesn't matter at all, Harbaugh comes out and then says, oh, no. The players picked those captains, and they didn't pick Shea. That's fine. But I'm going to pick my own alternate captains, Josh Metellus and senior quarterback Shea Patterson. And folks, I am flabbergasted by this one. I think it's stupid. I think it's reactionary. And never in the history of my life have I ever thought about, oh man, one of Michigan's captains isn't available for the game, so we need an alternate captain. So it seems really reactionary. It seems Harbaugh may be paying a little too much attention to Twitter or listening to the radio too much and wants to save face with Shea. Shea doesn't need to be a captain to be a leader. And I think we saw last year, he certainly has command of his peers on that offensive huddle. So Harbaugh putting this out there, I think, is stupid. I think, frankly, it makes Michigan look stupid and a little bit weak. But Shea Patterson is now an alternate captain, and so I guess if Khalil Hudson gets caught in traffic and won't make the Michigan game, gosh, guys, we got it. Shea's here for us. So I think Jim Harbaugh is doing a little bit of a weird move on this one. I think it's literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, that you have alternate captains. For what? What do you need alternate captains for? It don't make sense at all. I'm going a little rant on this one, but I want to know from you guys. Did Michigan, and the 3 captains we showed you, they are voted on by the players, right? Did they make a mistake in not voting Shea Patterson as a captain? I'm just going to say no, because I don't really think it matters who the captain is. And I'll point out last year for some reason, but I want to know from you guys, Y for yes, if they made a mistake, not making the wonderful Shea Patterson a captain, or N for no, they made the right choice, whatever you think there. But you think about it last year, think about guys like Devin Bush, Karan Higdon. Folks, those players were skipping bowl games at the end of the year and maybe even not showing up in some regards for the second half of the Ohio State game, at least with full effort. So the real captain of last year's team, Chase Winovich, who is performing a heck of a lot better than guys like Rashawn Gary are in the NFL, top 15 pick Rashawn Gary in preseason. Chase Winovich wasn't the captain last year, and he was the captain of that team. So take it for what it's worth. These things are voted on. We all know that, in votes and democracies and electoral colleges, maybe sometimes the right or wrong people get elected, but that's the question there. Y for yes, N for no. I'm getting a reaction from the Pulpit Bureau back here with that one, making things political. Just joking around, but I want to ask you guys a favor. We've got 9 days, Donovan Peoples-Jones days until kickoff. Get us to 5,000. I don't think we're going to get there. I've heard the big wigs at Chat Sports are already interviewing Maryland beat writers to do a Maryland football report. We just kind of changed the graphics to red, and it's all good. So I need you guys to hook me up on this one. Subscribe if you are watching. We basically need like 150 a day through the 31st. I'm getting nervous, to say the least, but want to keep this thing rolling. Me and you, we've gone through this for so long. Just need to hit the subscribe button. Get us to 5,000 by August 31st. Thanks so much for watching the Michigan Football Report, folks. With a few days left before the season, I've got all kinds of videos for you right here and right here. And if you haven't yet, get your head out of your you-know-what and press that subscribe button right here. Go Blue.